What's going on, fellas? We're about to watch a runaway experiment here. This is a 1 megawatt burner that I've been working on for a guy in Canada named Ben. And today we're going to validate that the plumbing can handle 100 liters per hour. And I don't have an air compressor to do that, but something very interesting did take place. We were about to see this burner crank out so much power that I can't get close enough to it to turn it off. Kind of a scary situation. I ended up turning it off by running back and disconnecting the air line to the unit. That was the only way I could get anywhere near the thing. There are some very unpredictable wind currents in the area that I'm at, but there is the least amount of wind in this area. The winds have inhibited me from testing anything, or prohibited, I'm sorry. And today I drew the line and said, look, we're doing this. I've got a nice place out in the snow here, so that it'll be easy to clean up the waste. And right here's where things just really get out of control. That is well over a megawatt of power, guys. I haven't confirmed this as I'm saying this because I have not yet metered the amount of fuel left in the tank. We're waiting for the residual to run back down into it. But the heat coming off of this thing is so intense. Right there I just got burnt. I can't get near it. And now the wind's blowing so erratically, it's like producing its own wind currents probably. This is an enormous amount of power, you guys. Like, just insane. Look at that. So I grabbed the airline and shut her down. Let's take a look at that from another perspective. All right, fellas, so things quickly get out of hand here. Like, I can't, at this point, I'm burning. I smell like fresh laundry. I tried to turn it off and turn it down. Immediately had to step back. It is 15 degrees outside, you guys, so I had a fresh freeze on me there, but that has been burnt off pretty quick. Again, I tried turning it off and just can't get to it. It's just the radiation coming off of that flame is incredible. If you've ever been by a large fire before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can see here, it's just smoking away. I actually do walk back over and reignite it to try and burn some of that oil out of the line. If this thing was inside of a heat exchange, we wouldn't have to worry about any of this residual. The heat would vaporize that and burn it away pretty good. But for the most part, man, this thing is wound for sound. If we could just get the air we need, I may end up having to buy a $1,000 air compressor just to run this burner. I don't want to have to do it, because at this point, that's what I'm letting it go for. So that ain't gonna do me much good. It'll help me out on the next one, but it's pretty obvious this thing's up to the job. It just needs the air. We've all seen how my burners work when they get the air they need. Yeah, it's just too windy, and we need way more air than this. Alright, fellas, so I'm going to finish scraping this topsoil off, getting it disposed of. Luckily the ground's frozen, so nothing's soaked in. Just the first ½ inch I got to take off, and the snow scraped away real easy. So this is the only place I had to do this, and it's just still too windy to really see what's going on here. This experiment turned out to be way more dangerous than I thought. It was a runaway experiment. I was unable to shut the device down manually, or the way you would typically, and had to resort to disconnecting the main air line. So things got a little hairy, but that's the way we like it.